Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey. Hello, foodie booties. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel. This is Potato, by the way, look at him. Oh, little angel baby. Little sweet demon prince. Demon twink. You know, if we're really celebrating Pride this month, we really need to celebrate all the demon twinks like my son over here, because he is just terrorizing the Chicago community. Anyways, what are we here to do today? Oh, that is correct. Today, we will be covering Chantal'S Show, The Daily Chantal, Big Beautiful Me, The Beezer Show, Everyday Miriam, Chantal period, Chantal All Rafe, Foodie the Beauty, Foodie Dookie, Flobby Bobby. Yes, we are in fact talking about Foodie Beauty today. Chantal Show, you know. If you know, you know. Anyways, we're talking about her because yesterday somebody pissed in her 87 cups of rice that she was trying to eat, and she just could not stop raging. So there was so much content, and I begrudgingly watched a lot of it. I watched almost all of it. Well, this really started yesterday. She originally just had the one video where she was eating a shit ton of rice and kind of raging at her chat, and I was like, oh, I could probably say some things about this. I've got some stuff to say about this, but then I had to leave to go work out, and then Amber Lynn posted her CT scan results, which I feel like personally was more interesting to me as a concept, and so I was just like, I'll come back to it tomorrow. If she's done anything exciting, then I'll talk about it then. And she did an additional live stream last night where she raged for 1 hour and 46 minutes, mostly about French Fried Girl, also known as FFG, here on the YouTubies. And so I just honestly, truly have a lot of thoughts. So I probably, in general, have more notes and thoughts about the initial rice video, and that's just because whenever I was watching it, I was actually taking notes. When I watched the rage stream, I just sat back. I didn't take any notes. So a few disclaimers, I guess, before we get into all of this today. One, I am no longer, nor maybe have ever been, the premier Chantal Show expert. I do not know every single thing that's going on in her life right now. I know she's trying to be healthy, or was, and that's about the extent of it. I also just want to be clear that I don't know the intricacies of all of her various beefs, all of her problems that she has with every single reaction channel that ever exists, nor do I necessarily think I care. And on that note, I just need to also restate that I don't watch reaction channels. I guess the only exception is Charlie Gold just came back to the YouTubies, and I've been watching her new videos, but even them, I'm like, I can't be too invested because I just can't watch other people cover Chantal and Amber Lynn, if I'm being honest. It was really just like the nostalgia of seeing a Charlie Gold video, and also Charlie is somebody that I consider to be my friend. But if I say something that you feel like disparages one of your favorite content creators, this, that, the other, I just want to promise you it's okay. It's fine, because also I'm probably not even that invested in them, and I probably actually don't mean it in a disparaging way. Like, I don't mean to be offensive if I say I haven't watched such and such creator. It just means that there are so many people that cover Chantal, and rightfully so, because truly covering her is a full-time job. In addition to these 2 live streams she did yesterday, she also posted a video on her channel too. So it's like, if you really want to keep up with it, you really do have to almost dedicate your channel to watching her at all times. So I can't necessarily dedicate my time to watching Chantal and also watching 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or any number of reaction channels, to be honest with you. The other disclaimer I want to give real quick is that I'll also be discussing some things that, I don't know, in the past people have tried to criticize me for being a social justice warrior or this, that, the other. I don't give a fuck if that's how you feel about me covering them. If Chantal's gonna do bigot things, I'm gonna talk about her doing bigot things. And also, just for the record, if reaction channels that cover her have done bigot things and I haven't covered them, that doesn't mean that I'm okaying the things that reaction channels have done. I don't watch them, nor do I cover them on my channel, and so I just don't have time to cover every little thing that every other reaction channel has done. I don't give a shit about what they're doing. If they're doing bigoted things and you have a problem with it, would love for you to start your own channel and cover it. They definitely should be called out. We don't have time for bigotry over here. I just also don't have time to cover every single thing that's in this community, because also, like, I'm not the gatekeeper of that, right? Like, I should not have to be the one that's calling everybody out for every little thing. But anyways, I am here to cover Chantal because she is somebody that I somewhat regularly, although not consistently, but somewhat regularly cover on my channel, and she's up to just some nonsense again. So let's get started first by talking about this live stream. And she's recently changed the title of the live stream. At least I'm pretty sure she has. Currently, the live stream is titled Eating 87 Cups of Rice Live, which I don't think when I was watching yesterday is what it was called. And like I said, somebody pissed and said 87 cups of rice because she was just on it. She was on something. But let's just dissect what this 87 cups of rice look like, okay? First of all, the plate she was using was seemingly the lid to the takeout container that she got the rice in. And then she adds at least 2 to 3 cups, if not more. Even at one point she's like, oh wait, no, I gotta go add more. This is not quite enough. Then she adds the most sparse amount of chicken, maybe 4 leaves of fucking spinach, and then a pre-made salad on top of that, and then adds all the dressings on top of that, seemingly trying to hide the fact that she's eating her 87 cups of rice underneath the salad and the chicken. The looks of the plate were just crazy, okay? It was really fucking wild. Because she was also throughout the stream trying to like posit this as a healthy meal. She was trying to present it like she was the queen of health, and it's like, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it was, girl. I don't think so. She also lets people know that she had a little Unicity fiber drink situation type of deal.
And I've been eating, like before this, I drank the Unicity fiber drink because anything you eat will be coated with like fiber. Like if you eat fiber before a meal, it's been proven to reduce blood sugar spikes in anything you eat. I actually have a Scholar article that I'm going to share with you guys one of these days.
And she claims that it helps to take fiber, consume fiber before you eat something else, because when you eat fiber before a meal, no matter what you eat afterwards, it helps with like the blood sugar spikes or something like that. And no worries, y'all, she totally, for real, has a scholarly article that she totally will share with us at some point that proves that. The thing I'm most interested in, I had kind of fucking forgotten about the Unicity MLM drinks. If you don't know, she somehow got involved in this little MLM pyramid scheme a little bit ago with these diet drinks. And when she started that, she made all these fucking claims that these diet drinks were going to solve all of her health problems, including her diabetes. So what happened to that, Miss Miriam? Where did that go? Because you currently seem to still have type 2 diabetes. She also goes on to cite some random video she watched on YouTube that discusses why you shouldn't eat eggs and bacon for breakfast.
Actually, one of the worst things you can also eat for breakfast, and this is going to surprise you, but I saw a video from a doctor. Bacon and eggs. Because anything high in saturated fat might not spike your blood sugar right away, but in the long run, it actually contributes to insulin resistance.
And when she said that, I was like, ooh, we are so back. We are so fucking back. Chantal is taking advice from random YouTube videos about her health again. That's what's up, tubes. That's what's up. She spends a lot of the stream talking about how carbs are good and you should have good carbs and you can't totally eliminate good carbs this, good carbs that. And then she also goes on to claim that she doesn't get any fast food anymore, but is also currently chowing down on takeout, and also goes on to talk about a sandwich shop that she really likes to get food from.
Actually, I haven't really been eating bad food. I haven't had any fast food at all, which is a miracle. Substop is a sandwich place. It's not like fried food. I get the oven roasted chicken on whole wheat.
And all of that also just made me think about how literally I think one of the last videos that I covered about her was literally her saying that she was done with mukbangs. She wasn't going to do mukbangs anymore. And then I found a clip on Twitter that I think is from one of these streams. Again, I didn't finish the rice stream all the way, so it could have been this stream. But I found a clip on Twitter where she addresses somebody who questioned her on her saying that she was never going to do mukbangs again.
No, I said no more like unhealthy, huge mukbangs. But I'm also allowed to change my mind on that.
So apparently she doesn't consider this to be like a big, huge mukbang, but I showed y'all what she was eating. I showed you all the state of her plate, y'all, okay? So I guess that's not big to her. And you know who agrees with me? Debbie in the chat. Debbie calls her out and says, I think there's enough food there to feed a family.
How is this enough rice to feed a family, Debbie? Get the hell out of here, you friggin' weirdo. It's probably a cup and a half of rice. I don't understand people who come in here just to talk about what I'm eating. Just block these people, please. They're so fucking annoying. Hey, Laura.
She goes on about not understanding why people talk about the food she eats, but yet the food she eats is her content. Like, that is what she primarily shows on her channel. So, like, what do you want people to talk about, Chantal? Like, you understand the concept of YouTube is that you put content out there for people to watch and consume, and then people watch and consume it and have opinions. And if your content is only the food you eat, or primarily the food you eat, then that's what people are going to comment on. Like, were you hoping that people would only speak positively about your 87 cups of rice? It seems like really the problem you have is just that people are talking about the food you eat negatively. Honestly, it seems like it might have been a good idea to stick by the concept of just not talking about your mukbangs or not doing mukbangs on your channel anymore, because that would probably lead to people not talking about the food you're eating. Then we get the age-old discussion of Chantal being upset that people call Sala salad, and her very mature response is to respond by using the R word. Well, the phrase R word, not the actual R word.
Immaturity zombies. I know. Salad boy. Okay, what does that even fucking... Does that mean that he likes salad? Like... Hey, Katrina. When you really think about it, it's so R word.
I'm absolutely thrilled that she's decided that the appropriate way to use a derogatory slur such as the R word is to just censor it by saying the R word instead of saying the actual word. It's almost as if she now agrees that it's fucked up to use that word, so she's just censoring herself so that she can't get canceled. Spoiler alert, bestie, if you mean it the same way, it doesn't fucking matter if you're using it to be fucking derogatory. And at some point she also gets mad and tells people to go carb hate somewhere else.
It is. It's less than what the doctor said. I used to eat all of this rice, all of it. Big improvement, so just shut up. With peace and love. Go carb hate somewhere else, because I'm tired of it. You should be eating only meat. Get a life. That's so unhealthy. Please.
Which is just so funny to me that she's trying to identify, like, this specific kind of hate as being anti-carbohydrate, I guess. Because, you know, she's historically been all kinds of isms towards all kinds of, like, actual identity groups. And she's out here trying to act like eating a lot of carbs is a protected, like, class from hate speech. Like, it's just so wild to me. I think she probably would have had a better chance of being like, oh, you're being fat phobic by, like, judging the way I eat or whoever, whatever. But no, she's like, go carb hate somewhere else. And that was about where I stopped watching that live stream. To be honest, I did actually have plans to like return to watching it. And then when I woke up this morning and looked at what was happening on the YouTubies, I saw that she had this whole other entire live stream that was, like I said, an hour and 46 minutes long. And I was just like, I guess I'm gonna watch that. Now, the gist of this other live stream, which currently is just titled Drama on her channel, the gist of it is that she really did spend 1 hour and 46 minutes talking shit about FFG. There were occasionally other reaction channels sprinkled in here and there, but primarily it was about FFG, which is just exhausting at this point. Before we get to the FFG stuff, I think one of the important things to discuss is that Chantal absolutely showed her racist ass face again in this live stream, and she brought up a creator named Kalari. I might not be saying that right, like I said, not familiar. This is actually the first time I've heard of her. But she called Kalari, who is a black woman, Charlie No Fronts.
Snoozy, I don't care if they make fun of me. Look where it's coming from. Like I just said, Peter Griffin with no teeth. Like, do you think I care? Or the Charlie No Fronts. You better keep my name out your mouth. Like, I don't care where. Like, who cares if they make fun of me? Good for them. They're gonna do it anyway. Like, there you go. You're welcome. Here's some content for you.
The no fronts part of that little nickname that Chantal has for her is in regards to her teeth. I went and looked up her channel. It does seem like she might be missing her front teeth. I guess I can only assume that the reason that she's calling this woman Charlie No Fronts is because Chantal knows only one other black woman, I guess, to have any kind of context for, and so she's referring to this woman as Charlie, as in Charlie Gold. Previously mentioned reaction channel Charlie Gold. Chantal just really doesn't think these things through. Like, she doesn't think about the optics of, like, lumping black women that make similar content together like that. If you don't understand why it's problematic for Chantal to just call any black woman by the name of another black woman, it is a common microaggression for people of color to be called by the wrong name because people mix up people of color in their minds. This often plays out in places like work environments where there might only be 2 people of color and all the white people around them consistently mix up their names and confuse them. It's not something in those settings where maybe people are intentionally being problematic, but it's problematic because it's a microaggression, meaning it happens, it's something small that happens over and over and over again that can get really frustrating. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope people can understand why that's problematic. I'm certainly not surprised by Chantal, and I imagine that she would just double down on like, it wasn't intended to be racist, blah, 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 blah. I know that me talking about shit isn't going to change any of Chantal's behaviors, but I hope it helps y'all understand why that is problematic and why people might take issue with that. And I hope that, you know, if you've made mistakes like that in your own life or have experienced that in your own life, that you can learn from that and maybe change your behavior and try to make the world a better place for everybody, because we know fucking Chantal isn't. But yeah, outside of that situation type of deal, mostly the entire stream was about FFG. And honestly, I don't really understand how both of these women are just exhausted from going round and round and round and round. I would guess maybe FFG isn't exhausted because literally I saw comparisons of FFG's live stream to Chantal's live stream last night. I think FFG had like 5,000 some viewers in her live stream while Chantal was live streaming, and Chantal had 500. So I imagine FFG isn't super exhausted from this because it's profitable to her, which, like, no shade. I'm just saying, like, it's probably easier to keep going round and round with Chantal if you're still making some kind of profit from the experience. But Chantal is barely scraping by with any viewers. So why she keeps doing this, like she thinks it's gonna change something for her or make her channel blow up or something, I don't know. I don't know why she keeps doing it. And it has to be exhausting to her. Now, y'all know I'm certainly not one to defend Chantal, but I think if she would have kept it to like maybe the first 10, 11 minutes of this stream, we could have left it all with thinking like, oh, some points were made. Not a lot, but some points were made, okay? There were some things that Chantal were saying that I was like, yeah, I get what you're saying. That makes sense to me. I mean, I wouldn't defend you on it, but like, I understand where you're coming from. But the problem with Chantal is that she can't stop at 10 or 11 minutes. She has to go an hour and 46 minutes regurgitating the same bullshit over and over and over and over and over again. Talking about FFG being fat this, FFG being fat that. The reality is neither of them are underweight, okay? Neither of them are underweight. Like, if I have to listen to Chantal talk about how fat FFG is any longer, I'm gonna lose my mind. But like, one of the points that Chantal made is that if something, because let me start by saying, I've been talking for 20 minutes now, but let me say that the reason that I think Chantal did this stream is that she was watching another reaction channel who was watching FFG's live streams, and I guess in that live stream, FFG said something about Chantal's mom being a whore. And there's also maybe discussions of people trying to like mass report or mass flag Chantal's channel. So I guess what I will say, the one point I want to make that I understand where she's coming from is that Chantal's like, it would really be so stupid for these reaction channels to be encouraging people to like flag my content and try to get my content reported, because without my channel, they wouldn't have content for their channel. And I mean, I think it is true that people would have to find other content to make. I think a lot of reaction channels could find other content to make. Like, I certainly think a lot of them are capable. I mean, I get often the same criticism of like, oh, if Amber Lynn stopped existing, you would have to find something else to do. You would be out of a job. But it's like, I also have a whole entire like Twitch stream and Twitch re-upload channel that like, granted, don't have as many views as this channel does, but like get a good number of views. So like, I think there are people that would keep watching reaction channels that cover Chantal, cover other things. But what I will say, to Chantal's point, is that when Chantal's, if y'all don't know, if you're brand new to Chantal, there was a time a couple years ago where Chantal's channel got terminated, and she somehow got it back, but it got terminated because she was doing these Omegle live streams, and there was nudity on somebody else's webcam, and so she got terminated for that specifically. And when that happened, the number of reaction channels that were crying and weeping because they didn't know what they were going to do for content, it was kind of wild. I was like, y'all have been on here talking about how her channel needs to be terminated all this time, and now that it is, now you're upset? Now you're upset, besties. Like, she was rightfully terminated. And I will say, there is a big campaign on the twitter.com that is trying to get Team YouTube, which is sometimes the only way to get YouTube's attention to do anything on this platform, but they're like tagging Team YouTube and like asking Team YouTube to review Chantal's content, in particular this live stream, because so the part about FFG calling her mom a whore, Chantal like literally actually threatens real life violence on FFG.
The ghoul likes to call my mother names behind a camera, but if she ever sees me face to face, I will bitch slap her hard. If she ever has the nerve to say anything about my mom to my face, you're gonna get a bitch slap. That will fly your dry ponytail everywhere. Trust me.
Which, yeah, is fucked up. I mean, also, FFG truly, honestly, also drove to places in Chantal's real life. So I guess there is an actual worry that Chantal could run into FFG in real life someday and actually have said physical altercation. But yeah, so there is people trying to get Chantal'S channel terminated. I think people are feeling a lot of hope because after a really long time, and I haven't mentioned this name in a long time. Actually, maybe I did recently. But anyways, after a really long time, Nader, Chantal'S ex, he had a YouTube channel and it finally just recently got terminated. So, I think maybe people are feeling hopeful in the system again that they can get Chantal'S channel terminated. But I don't honestly, truly see it happening. Chantal has done far worse on stream in the past than what she's doing currently, and YouTube ain't giving a single shit. And the last thing that I thought was particularly interesting was the part where somebody in the chat had said to Chantal that Sala liked to play and poop, and Chantal was like, wait, I need to clarify. I need to make it clear that Sala doesn't play and poop.
He doesn't play in his own shit. He wanted to shit on a stupid whore. That's different.
Interesting. So it's better that Sala wants to take a shit on somebody than it is for him to play and poop. Like both are pretty damning, but you wanna stand by that. It's better for him to wanna shit on somebody that's outside of your marriage. That's the better option here. Okay, Miss Chantal. Whatever you say. So anyways, I think that's all my thoughts on Marie Chantal's show today. She's just wild girl, That's all I can say about it. She truly, I don't think, ever has any plans of changing. And it's kind of unfortunate because it seems like maybe she's started to kind of maybe build a new audience and people that want to come and watch some kind of Canadian expat in Kuwait trying to lose weight. I guess she's somehow kind of found a new audience. But if she, out of nowhere, does these rages again, she's gonna show people the real her, If she's back to doing this shit on a regular basis, people will see the real her, You feel me? Anyways, that's all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you're brand new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!